If only I could turn back time.
Hello everybody, this is Mario Kaiba, screwing the rules because I have no money. And welcome back to Mondays with Mario Kaiba. It's been a while folks, but hey, better than nothing. And now I'd like to introduce our guest. She is an up-and-coming VTuber known for doing tutorials. And no, I did not kidnap an anime waifu, she's an actual VTuber. Meet Syafire.
Hello, Gems. How's everybody doing?
Alright, now back to my normal voice. Tell us a little about yourself.
So I am currently a VTuber. I've been streaming for about 4 years, but I started joining the VTuber community in August of 2021. So that was like eight-ish months ago from now.
Wait.
And
Isn't that be
yes,
in the future if it's August 2021?
I'm of 2020. Oh no, I'm a time traveler. You guys are learning too much.
I
Yes,
won't mind as long as you tell me the winning lotto numbers.
the winning lotto numbers. Oh no, I can't tell you that. That's a secret.
You're worse than
Sorry.
my friend in Australia. He's a day ahead and he won't tell me.
Oh no. That's so great. I love that. I'm gonna start asking my friends who are all time zones ahead for winning lotto numbers. Perfect.
Can't ask me, I'm only a few hours.
I love it. Cool. Yeah, so I started VTubing in August of 2020, and pretty much ever since then my channel and everything has been growing rapidly. It was growing before, but I was able to get myself in a fundamental living situation, where I can really focus on my work and not other stuff. And I've been able to just start growing, and I'm a game dev currently with a major in concept art. And my streams and my content is very educational and trying to help people achieve their dreams, which could be anything from being an artist, being an illustrator, being a 3D artist, being a VTuber. So pretty much all in the realm of creativity and art. How can I help you? How can I get you to achieve your dreams or take the path that is less traveled?
Okay, first question since you did some of the answers I was already looking for is what got you into it?
Yeah, so VTubing, I keep trying to remember. I don't know what like the specific moment where I was like, yes, let's go VTubing. But at some point along the line, I saw the technology somewhere and I was like, bro, you can be an anime character like live on stream. And I played VR chat before that and such, so I knew that I loved being an anime character. It felt like it was a lot of the best parts of myself. So then I decided, I'm gonna try to incorporate this technology into my streams. And initially, it was just supposed to be a test thing. I was just gonna test it for a few days. I put together a model super quickly in like a few hours. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna record this YouTube video. And that was my initial first video that actually kicked off my YouTube channel, which was how to become a VTuber, and sort of started pushing me in that direction. So I was a VTuber, and then people were just really interested in it. And like I said, it was just gonna be a test thing. But then people stuck around and people really liked it. So then I decided, you know what, I guess this is it.
Well, I will admit, you're one of the ones that helped me with VTubing. Especially since you introduced me to V Magic Mirror, because the way I stream, I'm always looking at my TV and away from the computer, so the camera is pointless.
Oh my gosh, that's a good point to bring up, and I'm actually glad you brought that up because when I'm drawing all the time and looking down at my tablet, my VTuber always freezes awkwardly on stream, and everybody's like, "Are you there? Hello? Where'd you go, Sai?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm just looking down at my drawing tablet." So, like, honestly, maybe I should switch to V Magic Mirror.
Well, that's an idea, though. I wouldn't mind you trying out VDraw, because I tried out the free version, and I will admit, it is kind of awesome because it does have a draw mode as well as a keyboard mode and a game mode for controllers.
Oh, yeah, people were mentioning a few times in my videos, they were saying, there's this program called VDraw. You should check it out or interview it. I'd be interested. So I'm glad that you brought it up again because I know, that there's more interest in it. And so what is VDraw all about? Is it the same way that other programs work? Like, do you just import your model?
Pretty much, yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out
And
and
face
possibly
tracking
review.
is optional.
Oh, cool. So does it just move like naturally then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Though I was trying the free version, so the face tracking is probably not as good.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll probably do then is, buy the paid version and free version so I can show everybody, both ends. So that's really cool.
I'm actually tempted to spend the $10 on the paid version if it's actually better. But
Yeah, right.
yeah, I actually wanted someone I trust to actually do it, and since Argamo Witch hasn't messed with it, showed any tutorials yet, I figured why not you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, again, that's awesome. And she hasn't done it. I know another VTuber though that has done a tutorial on it. And again, just because somebody else is first mover, it doesn't mean that you can't put your input in there because something I actually learned recently from this book I'm reading called YouTube Secrets by Sean Cannell. He talks about how, a lot of people are afraid to start their journey VTubing or doing YouTube because, well, one, they're afraid of vulnerability. There's a lot of different like myths and stuff, but vulnerability. And then two, they're like, well, somebody else already did it. Somebody else already did it better. But if you want to go get fast food, there's a lot of options. There's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's Wendy's, there's whatever else, depending on where you live. And people don't always want to go to the most popular things. Sometimes people want to go to a mom and pop, like local place, or sometimes they want to go to Burger King instead of McDonald's. So it's the same thing with your YouTube channel or any type of content creation. And even for example, like this podcast, some people want to be here over another podcast, and that's because you're unique. You bring your own value and character to the show.
Yeah, true, though I haven't done it in a while. Last time I did, I think, was it the end of 2019? I forget. Eh,
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. That was a while ago, but what counts is that you stepped up again. You're here, you're ready to go. We're working on making the podcast right now, and that's you should be proud of that. Even if you had to take a break and revisit it later, maybe it just wasn't the time. You needed to take a break, and now you can revisit with a fresh mind and fresh ideas. And now here you are with the VTuber industry.
well, I only got into it because, well, you wouldn't believe what got me into it.
Yes, tell me.
I can't pronounce her name, but Calliope Mori.
Oh yeah, Callop. I think it's Callop. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. And the freaking leader of Boom Squadron for a reason, because I boom her a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was her song Off with Their Heads. Because
Which
she,
got you into VTubing?
well, partly did because I've heard, because I watch Hero Hey on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and he was starting to cover the VTuber community because all the stuff from 2019 to 2020 that I'm trying not to talk about, there's hardly anything covering it. It was an
Hmm.
anime industry thing. Better not look into it because there's a lot of freaking political stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he started covering it, and he was covering her with the independent VTubers attacking her on Twitter, and they hardly been doing any content, right?
Yeah.
And then she actually made the song about it. I listened to it, and I felt she was talking to me because I wasn't streaming anymore because I was just a regular
Yeah.
live streamer. I was going through both slight sickness and depression at the time, and she made me realize I need to get off of my butt and actually get back onto it.
Yeah, that's really cool too, and I love that she had that power and that influence to help be able to make you move, and that's part of influencers' responsibility, not only yours but theirs, to push you to be your best self and to do the things you care about. So that's incredibly powerful.
Well, I felt like I was letting people down because because I was actually away for a couple months. My friends were actually DMing me in Discord asking if I was okay, so I had to make a video on YouTube before I did VTubing to tell them that I'm fine what I was going through.
Yeah.
And freaking Maury's song was like, taught me, okay, I did not make Twitch affiliate just to sit on my butt and do nothing to help increase my platform.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's understandable, especially with everything the world's been going through, with your struggles, and I'm sure you had personal things going on, but it's again, that's understandable. And again, I just want to really like, just enforce and tell you like good job for coming back at it if it's something you love and care about because it's not easy. And you know what? You said that you were scared, that I don't know, that people or that you haven't been doing it for a while and you come back and you didn't get Twitch affiliate for nothing and all that stuff. Like you made that come true then, which means you can only push yourself forward and grow further as long as you put your mind to it.
Yeah. Well, for lines in the song like "Start creating, stop tweeting," even though I wasn't one of those people tweeting and trolling, as part of the okay, I should freaking do that. I should actually go back to creating.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing too with content creation that you have to learn, whether you're making stuff or not making stuff, people are always going to have opinion about who you are and what you do. And that's it. And there's going to be people who love what you do. There's going to be people who hate what you do, but that's in all areas of life. So you can't let the haters stop you and you can't let the moments where you need to take a mental break stop you because if it's something you care about, you'll find time for it when it's right. And regardless of what people say, know that it matters to you in your heart and that's why you're pursuing it.
Yeah, and we should add motivational speaker to your list of roles in life.
Yeah, I mean, I love to push people because I think everybody needs that lightness in such a dark world.
Yeah, that's true, and you just do nothing but have points.
I try my best, thank you.
Yeah, that's still. Like, remember how in your last stream I moved you up to number four of my top five non-mainstream singers on YouTube?
Yes.
Well, the current order is this. Kathy Chan, because I liked how she, during the Doki Doki Literature Club song that she was a part of, she did Yuri well. And she has a
Yeah.
jazz-like voice, but that's what her voice is mainly good for, is jazz, or pretty much singing for a yandere.
Yeah.
Then there's you, which your style kind of reminds me of early Jewel or early Taylor Swift, especially the way you strum the guitar.
Really?
Yeah, and soft-spoken, just do not become a thought later on, I beg you.
I won't, I promise you. It's in my values to stay as wholesome as possible, so I promise you I will never sell my soul to the thought industry.
Oh my god, I just want to freaking give you candy and stuff!
Yes, I want candy. Let's go. No trick or treat, free candy. It's not even Halloween. I'm
Well, I
ready.
got limited edition chocolate Tootsie Pops, but I can't really hand them to you from this time zone.
Dang it.
Okay, then number three I'd have to say would be Squiggly Dig.
Squiggly Dig. I haven't heard of these people, but I'm gonna look them up because I'm interested.
Well, they're pretty much in the YouTuber music community, and what got her that far on my list is her doing the vocals for Stipendium's Red Dead Redemption rap.
Oh, heck yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, because the way she kind of did a country like song for voice for the chorus, it was just angelic, like,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh no, you like country?
Hey, I grew up on it, but I'm not a big fan of it, but that kind of fit the aesthetic for a song about a Western game.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Okay, number two would have to be Calliope Mori, of course, because come on, people call her feminine for a reason.
Yes.
And number one would have to be Andrea Storm Caden, who does all the female vocals for JT Music's videos.
Ooh, cool.
Yep, but still, you are growing, and I think if you had more music, you'd probably grow, not just up on my list, but everyone else's.
You really think that?
Hey, you have a talent. My family's been with music for forever. My grandpa, he could have, well, his genre was country, but he could have actually been made some himself if it weren't for the fact back in his day going on tours, everyone driving their own cars for miles on end. Not to mention, he was getting popular, he had kids, and he was a responsible adult.
Yeah. So did that sort of like stunt his growth?
Yeah, though he was famous in Akron's bar scene as a owner of multiple bars, and he would do singing and stuff.
Yeah. I love that. I really do, and I agree with you. I love music and it's weird because I never planned to share my music. I started with being an artist, a visual artist and a game developer, and I've always had a love for music. I've been in theater, I've done some shows before, and I've auditioned for things, but it was something I loved, but I never thought that I had the skill or the talent. And I wanted to pursue music, like playing piano. I know a bit of piano. I know guitar fairly well. And it was always going to be something when I initially started that I promised that I'd keep to myself. It was going to be that one thing that I didn't push myself in, and I would let it ride waves naturally. It wouldn't be because I'm so big on self improvement and self growth and making myself the best I can be. But with music, I was like, no, this has to be the one thing that I just let it be fully creative, be myself. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to do this or do that. It's going to be beautifully what it is on its own. And then I did a concert stream for one of my goals on Twitch. I want to say it was 1K when I hit 1K on Twitch. And I did my concert stream and everybody with my mom duetted with me too. It was a lot of fun. And everybody loved it. And I was so nervous and I was shaking. And my first like few songs, I had like really shaky vocals. And people ever since then, people just really encouraged me to keep going. And I would sing on stream every once in a while. And then I auditioned for Hololive English, the music section. So that's how I ended up making those 2 music videos and wrote that original with my friend called Tsunami. And then we did the Sleepwalking Bring Me the Horizon cover. And
Which were both beautiful because I've watched both of them before your previous stream where you actually played a guitar.
yeah, thank you. And yeah, the music videos were fun to shoot. My friend helped me. We shot that all in VR chat. And I saw, it's going to take a lot of resources if I want to do this, but because of my background in 3D art and world building, I could really, set up full universes and full worlds for music videos and write my own originals with my completely own aesthetic and like realm. But that would take so much work and so much time. And I'm not saying I'm not dedicated because I am a hard worker, but there's so many things I love and there's so many directions I'm being pulled in right now. I don't know what to choose. But I'm glad you brought up music to me because it is a passion and something that's, been like calling out to me in my soul. And the fact that you brought it up and you were cheering me on and I'm on your list of top 5, which let's go. That's amazing. And I've only made 2 songs. I'm just very honored. So thank you. That really means a lot to me.
Well, that's a lot better than my freaking relationship with music because, no, this was the grandfather of my mom's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had an ill-fated karaoke business because he was always going to jail for being under the influence when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Somewhat glad he left when I was 10. But anyway,
Wow.
I grew up with karaoke equipment, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was in middle school in the freaking gymnasium slash auditorium, this was after I moved to West Virginia, they set up a karaoke setup, and during gym, they'd let us do that instead for a while.
Yeah.
And I freaking chose a country song, of course. Alan Jackson's Don't Rock the Jukebox. I went up on stage and I just paid attention to the screen, which shocked everybody that was willing to go up on stage in the first place. I can say I share a name with a famous boy band singer from the 90s, so that really hurt my childhood.
Ooh.
I'll message that to you, and I'll tell you about that later, like after the interview. But yeah, I got up there, I just paid attention to the screen, sung it, and then after, like at the end of the school day, they had everyone in the auditorium. They're doing requests, and I was actually the person that everybody wanted to go up on stage.
Whoa, that's awesome.
And
So
and
cool.
I did was yeah, and every time, no matter which school I was attending to, because after I got into high school, I ended up changing schools again.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a karaoke thing, they would always put requests for me to sing.
Yo, let's go. Good for you. That's amazing.
Yeah, but like I was dreaming of being a voice actor. However, due to that stuff from last year, my dream was kind of killed. But I
Yeah.
still eventually want to do it. Promise I've been too shy to do a demo reel. Because as you know, I can do multiple voices. Like it's me, Mario.
Yes.
Yeah, part of
Yeah,
that
I mean,
practice
you
came
s-
from my
yeah, go ahead.
side job as a haunted house actor.
Oh, cool. That's so fun. Oh my gosh. I'm scared. I'm not even in a haunted house and I'm scared.
Well, do
Oh
you
no.
like scary movies?
No, no. I'm so anti-horror. I can't.
Okay, I'm not going any further because I'd feel bad.
Yeah, you should. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I've been too shy to do a demo reel. However, I've been for a while wanting to do like a song cover, but I've been nervous and I don't know how to do the instruments because I only carried a guitar in high school to get chicks to talk to me. Then I'd sweet talk my way out playing.
Perfect. That was the
Well, everyone
perfect
knew my
plan.
guitar was impossible to tune. One, it had the wrong strings on it, and two, I only knew how to play like a one-string version of Smoke on the Water.
Oh, Smoke on the Water, a classic. Let's go. It's all you need to know.
But
You're
yeah,
set.
Like, I'm trying to get my friends in Boom Squadron to do the backup vocals to Man of Constant Sorrows.
Yeah.
Problem is, the Canadian is too nervous to do it, while the Australian's willing.
Cool. Well, maybe you could find someone else, but you said that Caleb got you to start the podcast and,
Well,
re-pick
she
up on your
got me back into
journey.
streaming. I wanted to do the podcast again for a long time, and problem is, I couldn't find guests.
Gotcha. Yeah, just reach out to people. I think a lot of people get afraid to reach out to people that they look up to and influencers, and most people never ask because they're so scared. So that means that, those influencers like myself rarely get asked because people don't know how to ask or they're afraid. So the worst thing that can happen is they say no and you move on and you find more people, and that's okay if they say no because then maybe it wasn't meant to be.
Well, I'm kind of picky with my guests because it has to be somebody that I really want to talk to.
Yeah, I mean that's the cool thing about having a podcast too, is it helps you get in touch with people that you want to talk to and get to meet and know more about and learn about their journey. So go for it. And again, maybe don't be so picky then, like every single time. You can reach out to a bunch of people, maybe some people that, might be harder to get in touch with or that are more well known, and then maybe a few people that are maybe not as well known, just to mix it up. Because I believe in the value of perspective as well, and especially for your listeners, people are always interested in, the big star stories and even the small star stories because everyone has value.
Well, I've still been meaning to interview my boss at the Hunt because he's a former Hollywood FX artist. He worked on films like Starship Troopers, Tremors.
Ooh, yeah, you should totally ask him. What's holding you back?
Yeah, the fact that he's a Gen Xer who doesn't like to do Discord, so I'd have to find some recording equipment to actually bring with me.
Yeah, maybe you can rent a studio or something. Check into the prices for that.
There's a reason why my catchphrase is screw the rules, I have no money, other than the fact that it's a parody of a parody.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, I have my own reasons why I'm not really in an actual employment right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
And heck, I wanted to do the Twitch thing to try to earn extra money when I'm not donating plasma, which is something I actually believe in doing because it helps other people.
Yeah, for
Though,
sure.
now ironically, I'm actually scared of needles and always have to look away when they stick me.
Oh no.
Yep, I'm like, I'm getting paid for this, I'm getting paid for this. All
Yeah, I
nervously.
mean, yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I got my own reasons for that. However, I've been trying to get my career on Twitch restarted because originally that was just an extra for the readers of my web novels I was writing back a few years ago.
Oh, you wrote web novels? That's cool. What kind?
Well, parodies of freaking Japanese media.
Oh, fun. So you really like parodies, it seems, from, Kaiba influence to what you just said.
Well, Mario is the least racist nickname I got in West Virginia because I was kind of darker skinned than everyone else.
Yeah.
I was called all kinds of things, including the N word, which I'm not
Oh
even
no.
African American at all.
Yeah, I'm
And
sorry. That's
when I was in high
terrible.
school, they'd add sand in front of it, which really irritates me when someone uses that combo.
Yeah, that's very awful of people. Don't listen to people like that. Usually when people insult you, it's more about themselves than you.
I was a bunch of freaking idiots who thought they were being funny when in reality they weren't. A lot of
It's
them
not funny.
woke up
It's
after high
definitely not.
school when they actually left the state.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. That's frustrating.
Hey, that's the reason I hate racists.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, 'cause yeah, technically I'm white, I'm actually olive.
Yeah, I remember when I went to my first year of college, there was a person in my grade, or I shouldn't say my grade, I guess my year because it's college,
Hmm.
and he had, I don't know what his ethnicity was, but he was also mixed, and he just talked about, how people would be really disrespectful and say things like, what are you? And that's terrible, and people need to take more responsibility for the way they talk about things like that because it's a sensitive subject and it's very important to people because ethnicity is a part of who they are in their culture.
Well, truth is, on my dad's side, I'm Sicilian.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I don't got any bodies in my trunk.
Yeah, you're good. I
But
believe you.
yeah, but nobody down in Boone County, West Virginia ever heard of Sicilians. And I was be like, basically Southern Italian. They're like, no, Italians are pale. I'm like, that's just Hollywood.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to argue with people about stuff like that too.
Yeah. Then again, I also had more of a temper in high school, and people were doing jokes about me possibly going postal, and I'm like, I am smarter than that. I'm
Yeah.
crazy, not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that kind of shaped some of how I am. It's also
Yeah,
one
it's
reason. Also, my skin tone's one of the reasons why I would change my avatars because slowly trying to get away from the Kaiba persona.
yeah.
But
And I think
out of all the nicknames I had in West Virginia, Mario is the least racist one.
well,
Because my Mario impression, it's me, your Mario.
oh my gosh, I love it. That was great.
That's a story I can share outside the podcast.
Got you.
But yeah, that's where the Mario Kaiba. Well, Kaiba was my favorite antagonist of anime because he didn't really. He wasn't evil. He just freaking wanted to win. Like, he just did what he wanted to do in Dark Side of Dimensions. Come on. He literally went to the afterlife to challenge the Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Like, nothing stops him from trying to achieve his goals.
Kaiba?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not like super invested in Yu-Gi-Oh, but the one thing I did like, which people always get mad at me about this, is capsule monsters.
Oh, God.
They're like, it's just a rip-off Pokemon. Of course you like capsule monsters. And I'm
Well,
like, but they're so
originally, that
cute.
was in Season 0 where Kaiba's hair was actually green.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was a freaking board game that Mokuba was the champion of.
Yeah, I seen the movies. There's like capsule monsters, I think like one, two. There might have been a third one.
But yeah, it's something that's was referenced in the manga later on, because that was actually in the manga.
Yeah.
It didn't become about card games until the freaking mangaka decided to create one as a challenge against Seto, and people got so interested, he ended up getting more invested into it.
Dang.
Yeah,
I
I like
like it
cool
though.
stories like that. But yeah, it was pretty much a grid board game that you were supposed to play. The freaking anime stuff, that was definitely a slight Pokemon ripoff.
Hey, we all steal like somewhat from other people, like slightly.
Well, one thing I recommend you watching is what they call video game rap battles, which is done by Cam Steady. He has anime editions. One of them was Yugi versus Ash.
Oh
And,
my gosh,
and what?
yes.
Yeah, and Capsule Monsters actually one of the things mentioned.
Yes, that's perfect.
Also, one of
He
Yugi's
probably roasts him, doesn't he?
oh, Ash, anytime he's in a rap battle, gets roasted because if you ever watched ERB, he was roasted hard by Darwin.
Ash was roasted by Darwin?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah, and one of Yugi's freaking disses is time to put Ash in an urn. I'm like, dude, you've roasted him. There's nothing left.
Ash in an urn. Oh my god.
Yeah, another roast was your Mega Evolutions were grave robbing Digimon.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yeah, you need to watch that later.
Absolutely. Epic rap battles, here we go.
That one was Video Game Rap Battles, complete different series. Though
Got you.
ERB is what freaking started everything.
Yeah, what started the whole chain of everybody doing it. See? See? Okay, so we're talking about freaking Pokemon versus, capsule monsters, but there we go. ERB went from ERB to so everything is like a slight copy, you could argue that.
Yeah, but it's not like they care, because they pretty much inspire people to do what they want.
Yeah, true.
Like you're talking about doing the V-Draw video. Yes, other people have done it, but everyone has their own take and their own flavor.
Exactly. That's right.
Okay. Now let's see if I can remember some of the questions I was going to ask. Boomer 1, standing by.
All good.
Yeah, I should have actually wrote them down instead, depending on my memory, which is usually good. Yeah. One thing I have to ask is, what's with your avatar's hair?
Uh, I've gotten a lot of weird comments on my hair. In fact, before her hair even became long, uh, people are calling my hair macaroni hair, and
Well,
that it looked like
actually,
curled up
well,
macaroni.
you know those bead chains like are on toilet stoppers and some keychains and necklaces?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Oh my gosh. Well, so as far as my hair goes, I mean, what do you mean? What about my hair? What are your opinions on my hair?
It's like I want to freaking put my hand through it just to see what it feels like. Cause come on, it's like you have a million bones in it.
Yeah, I drink a lot of milk and it strengthens, the bones of my hair. I drink daily milk vitamins
That's
and
more like your hair's weak and it's really flexible, like freaking a string of beads, like I said.
what? My hair's not weak. You take that back.
Well, it's not like you're gonna grab me with it and choke me.
No, I would never do such a thing. My hair like slightly has a mind of its own, but
Yeah,
I
like
wouldn't
the
let that
sword hair.
happen. It wouldn't let that happen.
I'm sorry, but I just had to bring that up from the last stream. Then you had to change your avatars to get rid of it, but still, that was funny.
Yeah, yeah. Keep making fun of me and my hair.
Hey, you can make fun of me all you want, so don't feel bad. Hey, it's just what I am. Yeah, I will admit though, when it comes to software tutorials, you are my main go-to.
Oh, heck yeah. Why, like, is there any specific reason why me over others?
Well, as I said in your stream, your soft voice while teaching kind of reminds me of Bob Ross, so it's easy to pay attention.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was amazing. Yes, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, so
That
you
was
really
good.
should probably do something called the joy of VTubing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about starting a podcast next to all of my other project ideas. So maybe, but yeah, that's a consider maybe a voice. I mean, maybe a title. But I was thinking
Be sure
maybe
to
that,
mention the happy little
the first.
accidents.
Yeah, that's right.
I can do a
Happy
soft
little
voice
accidents.
too, but
But that's
your
my natural
natural.
voice.
Yeah, I know. Like your natural voice and the way you do your friggin' VTubing avatar, it just makes me want to give you bags of candy. Like, here, you're just so sweet, it's impossible to be any sweeter.
Well, thank you. I will take all the candy. My favorite is Twix, so make sure you throw plenty of Twix in there.
The right or the left?
Oh, both. One cannot exist without the other. Light and dark.
Yin and yang. Gotcha. Okay, one thing I've been wondering is, did you have a specific theme to your VTubing persona slash avatar?
Yeah, so it's sort of like it's what she's supposed to be, but we're not quite there yet skill wise. Well, I'm maybe there skill wise, but complicated thought process there. But yeah, I'm supposed to be a celestial wolf from a planet known as the Sapphire Star, a celestial wolf girl. I live there, and the whole planet is very creative and colorful and just full of all different types of artists, game devs, musicians, writers. It is a planet where imagination runs freely. And basically, there was someone called Maddie that lived on Earth, and I wanted to go help her out. She is a game dev, and I was like, yeah, okay, let's just, let's go help the people on Earth. It looks like they need help with their creativity and their journey. So my goal is to be an everyday superhero to people who are pursuing creative endeavors.
Well, I know when people join your Twitch, there's that little gif of your 3D avatar transforming into your 2D you're working on.
Yeah, yeah, into magical girl. I really want to take a magical girl transformation approach because, again, if I can be an everyday superhero and help people of all creativity transform from themselves into a more epic magical girl version of themselves, then that's what I want for them.
Well, as a guy who watched the Sailor Moon dub when he was younger, because that's when it was airing on Toonami, that's what first thing I thought of
Yes.
was Magical Girl.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I took a lot of inspiration from Sailor Moon as far as magical girl transformation stuff goes. And Another one I really like, it's not like so much magical girl transformation, but something else that inspired me a lot is a show called My Little Witch Academia. The main character named Akko, she really struggles with a lot and she runs into a lot of daily problems, much like myself. I'm always glitching out or like flying into the void, but she overcomes all of her problems and she believes in herself, and that's the type of vibe and energy I want people to feel when they're in my streams or when they're interacting with me or on YouTube.
I so want to give you a bunch of cotton candy right now.
I love cotton candy. It's my favorite. Yes. I mean, I said Twix was my favorite, but I don't know if cotton candy and Twix are like both considered in the candy category.
They're both considered candy, just different types.
Yes. So, but I think cotton candy beats Twix for me. But don't let Twix know
That's what
that.
your personality kind of reminds me of, is cotton candy.
Aw,
So fluffy
fluffy.
and sweet.
Ah, thank
And
you. Oh
really
my
can give a
gosh.
person diabetes.
Oh my. Okay, so maybe I should like change my hair to like a cotton candy puff.
No, because your hair is one of your signature things. It's your
Is
personality
it?
that. Plus, you do got the cloud-like sweater.
Oh, true. You're right. I already have cotton candy repping on my shirt. You're right.
Yep. And I will admit, I kind of know what you edited for that. It was just a long sleeve dress. However, you did a good
Yeah.
job. That's inspired me to change what I was using for my suit top, because originally I was using this long sleeve school uniform.
Yeah.
And then I decided to try shortening the freaking long coat and like drawing on it to change it up to a suit top.
Yeah, and it looks so good. You did an awesome job.
Yeah, my main issue after that was the tie, which I just decided just to thin it out so it doesn't look awkward.
Yeah, I know
Because I
what you
had to try
mean.
to match up like the closing area of the suit to match the bottom of the tie.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you found a solution, and creativity is all about finding solutions when something you want to work doesn't work.
Well, I will admit, the way I saw that you edited your outfit kind of inspired it, though most of my freaking stuff that I did learn about editing avatars was from Argama, which,
Yeah, she's definitely got the Vroid, like all of Vroid creation sort of area covered. She's done great at that.
I swear, if you two ever have a crossover, it is going to be epic.
Yeah, I know a lot of people bring up Arigama. Maybe I should reach out to her because I get a lot of that in my community where they're like, "Yo, do you know Arigama?" So maybe I will reach out to her.
And one thing I have to say about your avatar's backstory is Sapphire Star. Does
Yeah.
this mean you technically take place in the Monster Hunter universe?
Wait, is there a place called the Sapphire Star in the
The
Monster Hunter
main
universe?
phrase in Monster Hunter is, "May the Sapphire Star guide your way."
No way! Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah!
I did not plan that. I've only played a little bit of Monster Hunter, and I love that game. I mean, what I've played of it,
And the
but
personal question is, which platform do you play Monster Hunter World on?
yeah, PC.
Can't play together on PS4.
I have PS4, but I don't really use my PS4 much.
Well, I'm using mine for a lot of stuff, gaming, video editing. That's what I'm going to be editing this podcast in later.
Heck yeah, that's
That's why,
cool. Wait, on your PS4 you edit your videos?
yeah, just put on a USB stick, transfer it over, and then upload
Whoa!
directly from there.
That's massive brain. So you could make a video on that on your channel, and I bet you so many people that have a PS4 and like no PC, that'd be so
Well, that
helpful.
would require some. Well, actually, I do got a way to HDMI capture because I don't want to show how messy my workspace is.
Yeah,
Because
do it.
I have two monitors plus I no longer have it hooked up to my computer, but I have the TV I use for gaming.
Oh my gosh, that's just mind-blowing to me. I never knew that.
Yeah, SHAREfactory allows you to edit stuff. Like, though I will admit, my background that I showed you, I edited in GIMP. After getting rid of the gray background from my avatar and finding a way to put him behind the desk and in front of the chair.
Yeah.
Which
Wow.
I need to probably re-angle that later and try it again, but I'm lazy.
Yeah, it's okay. You could always try again at any point. There's always time.
Because you inspired me to actually do the Sims 4 thing.
Yeah, and he did so well. It looks like it's such a nice room. It's so beautiful. I mean, look at your desk and you got the double TV screens.
Well, those
Look
were
at that
actually supposed to
guitar.
be.
Wait, yeah, you said you play guitar. Yeah, there's
I
your
carried around a
guitar.
guitar. I actually just like the guitar that was part of the Halloween pack.
Oh, yo,
That was
let's
free, the
go.
holiday pack.
Yeah, I
I
share
figured it'd make
actually
a good
shared.
prop. I wanted to do a PC kind of like how it's showing on those little screens there, how that used to be my background for my podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is I couldn't.
Oh,
You can only fit them in the center of the desk, so I was like, yeah, forget it. I threw a tablet and a camera on there.
yeah. Well, it looks good. I like it.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, when I put your image on there in OBS, you have to do a better sitting position than you do in your videos.
You know, technical difficulties and glitches are just a part of who I am. I have accepted it fully. You can't bully me. Too many people already have bullied me on this
I don't want
subject.
to bully you too much because I'd feel guilty.
Yeah, you should feel guilty. I'm as sweet
It
as
should feel.
candy. You said it yourself.
You're just literally cotton candy.
Exactly. And I would never make fun of cotton candy, and you shouldn't either.
And I just realized I could be taken wrong in so many ways. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
But yeah, you're basically cotton candy. Your personality's all fluffy, you're all sweet.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to make a cotton candy shirt or like dress or something to represent the side of myself.
But yeah, personally, I think the whole teaching vibe suits you well because you have a voice suited for it.
Thank you. I'm glad you think that, and it's actually interesting because I don't know, I really like teaching people and I really like answering questions. So I think it was only gonna happen naturally or eventually at some point. But I'm glad and I agree with you because I've watched other tutorials and some people actually I can't say that. I can't say that. Never mind. Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's okay. Here you can say what you want, but I get what you mean. Some people, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to learn from them.
Yeah.
It's all in
Yeah,
the
you said
teaching
it, not me.
technique. Yeah, you're innocent. If anybody wants to blame me, go ahead, take me on. But I can beat
Do
all of
it.
you in a children's card game.
Yes.
Which I do stream Yu-Gi-Oh every now and then.
That's awesome. Fun stuff. I played the Game Boy game, which I think was like all a card game, but in the Game Boy game long ago.
Well, that's why I stream is the card games. Heck, I got friggin' Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution on both my PS4 and PC when it was on sale.
Nice.
And I do Duel Links sometimes, which is totally free, but does that silly little speed rule duel format.
Well, that's very cool.
But yeah, the whole point is I ain't afraid to take you all on.
I'm afraid.
That's the reason why I'm the one taking the blame.
That's right.
You're pretty much Isabelle from Animal Crossing. We have to protect you.
What? Now I'm being compared to Isabel and cotton candy. Well, Isabel kind of looks like cotton candy, like
Funny
yellow
thing is,
cotton
her
candy, I
freaking
guess.
name in the Spanish versions is literally cinnamon roll.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Isabel's is?
yeah,
Cinnamon roll.
yeah. Because she
Oh
is
my
such a little
gosh.
cinnamon roll personality-wise, if you think about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to visit her universe sometime and, introduce myself and see if we
Well, if you
really
do
are
games,
similar.
well, like, do you have a Switch?
I don't have a Switch. Everybody asks for me to play Nintendo games, and I sadly do
Well,
not
if
have a
you ever
Switch.
get one, try to also get HDMI capture device, and I'd recommend a splitter too, so part of it's going to your TV and part of it's going to your computer.
I do have a capture card.
Well, yeah, that's my advice, so you can pretty much just look at your TV and not worry about lag.
Yeah. Oh, good point.
And I'd
That's a actually
suggest,
really good point.
yeah, because I think if you did Animal Crossing with your voice, it would be a huge hit.
Really? Just because of my voice plus Animal Crossing?
Yeah, like I have it set up so my avatar's over the freaking game screen because with my PlayStation I use Remote Play to do it.
Yeah.
However, I have to
I've
mute
been
my
con
TV because sound comes out both the TV and my computer when I do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've been considering doing Nintendo content on my channel because I think people would like that because I guess the realm kind of fits well with who I am. So, yeah,
Wholesome?
I thought about it. Yeah.
Well, Nintendo's always been the most wholesome studio. Well,
That's
family
right.
friendly.
That's so right.
Well, yeah, the reason why I wanted to ask about your theme of your persona and stuff because a lot of VTubers have those. Like me, of course, it's pretty much a parody of Sadakaiba.
Yeah.
With frickin' Mori, it's Shikigami, I think.
I think,
Yeah,
yeah, she,
she's a Grim
yeah,
Reaper. Everybody knows Goro's a
yeah,
little shark.
yeah, little shark.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, but I couldn't resist if I met her calling her baby shark just to see if she would react.
Oh, she's probably gotten that before, I'm sure.
Yeah,
There's no
because
way
the
she
whole
has
baby food
not.
thing. But yeah,
It's literally perfect. That's actually genius. I just thought, like, that's genius branding wise. Baby shark and she's a shark, and a lot of people that love VTubers are usually a younger audience. So
yeah.
yeah,
I don't know all the names of Hololive English, but I know there's that one girl that's supposed to be a phoenix.
yeah. I don't know her name either, but I know who you're talking about.
In the one Japanese member of Hololive Marine, you can tell she's a pirate.
Yes, all these different themes.
Yeah, my theme is just pretty much because you can tell how slightly poorly drawn my freaking suit top is. Is like I have no money. I'm literally
Yeah,
Kaiba with no money
oh, that's funny. That's perfect. Oh my
because
gosh.
I'm
Yeah, I
always
like
freaking
that.
broke.
So you have a cheap drawn on suit.
I'm so poor I
Oh
had to
my
draw my
God.
suit on.
No, it looks good though. It looks good. It doesn't even look cheap. I wouldn't even have known if you didn't tell me. I would have thought it was a really real suit from a really fancy suit store.
I'm no Da Vinci, but I try.
Yeah, no, I'd say you're right next to Da Vinci. You're getting there.
Nah, nah, nah. However, I will admit, your freaking retexturing the dress did inspire me.
Oh, okay, so that dress actually, by the way, that dress is not wait, are you talking about my cloud shirt or are you talking
Yeah,
about my other dress?
your cloud
Okay.
shirt, because I can tell it's a long sleeve dress.
Yeah, yeah, it was. And then I erased everything. And then, I mean, well, we have the bottom skirt then too, like for flaring out. I did lots of erasing, and I think a lot of people don't know you can erase.
Yeah, I
But
kind of did
yes.
that when I helped my friend, Lady Titania, because I made her an avatar even though she doesn't use it.
Yeah.
It was basically the whole fairy thing, and I turned it into like a strapless dress.
Oh, cute.
And I made the skirt tighter, kind of the slight pencil effect, so it doesn't do any panty shots.
Yeah, I know. I wear shorts underneath
Yeah, I
my skirt.
noticed that. I'm like, oh, she actually does wear shorts, thank God. So it
Thank
could be one of
goodness.
those freaking anime memes was, are you, what, you expected something? I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah, I know. And I think some people still don't think they're shorts, and I
I
don't
can
know. It's
tell because
weird.
it's the pants, like the default pants texture
Yeah.
on them, so I can tell that they're shorts. Not that I
Yeah.
purposely looked underneath your avatar skirt.
Yeah. Well, big yikes. At least I'm safe.
Yeah, and how long? Like, I'm really hoping someone like you does get into Hololive because you are very wholesome.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And
However,
a
I
lot of people actually, especially in my first YouTube stream, were asking me about if I was going to be in Hololive or not. And even if I was, I don't think I'm allowed to disclose that information.
well, of
But
course you wouldn't be. I'm not going to ask about it, but I do have some fears if you do make it.
yeah, let's hear them.
Number one, NSFW art.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, there's nothing I could do to stop that. It is what it is, and
Well,
artists
it
are going to do
kind of
what they're going
creeps
to
me out
do.
when people do that of VTubers because let's just say I go on some quote unquote adult sites of Japanese art style,
Yeah.
and anytime I click on a category, I get shocked if I see a VTuber one. I'm like, really? You know that's just that's possibly a dude under there that I can tell you're not because you've shown your face multiple
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, and yeah, oh my gosh, that's a whole topic in and of
Or
itself you can visit
why
too.
would you fantasize about a freaking VTuber girl?
I mean, it's just like, falling in love, I guess, with an anime character, but people are always going to make it weird like that. There's a lot of weird people out there, and you can't stop that from happening. And just, I don't know if that has anything to do with Hollow Live either, because just
It's just
whether I was a part
like
of Hollow,
like I clicked on the
yeah.
VTuber section just out of curiosity, and there's a lot of them that aren't in Hololive.
Yeah, well, that's because they're popular and well known. But I was gonna say, just whether you're in Hololive or not, it doesn't mean people aren't going to
Well,
make
you're
NSFW
still
art.
technically like not in the high tier, really popular, though you're gaining the traction fast.
Yeah.
And as wholesome as you are, I kind of fear when these times when I visit one of those adult sites that I'm trying not to, that I'm embarrassed to mention. And if I saw freaking the thing with you on it, I'd be like, no, and close it out because I don't want your wholesome image ruined.
You know what? Well, that actually makes me happy because you're sticking to my brand even off time, so that's good. That's good to hear.
Well, come on, even in the videos where you're actually yourself in live action, I can tell that you're just a sweet person. The freaking avatar just brings it out.
Yeah, it's really weird because I think that Sapphire, she's the best parts of me. And it's it's hard because I've talked about this before, but with a few people. But there's Sapphire and then there's, the real me. And it's like she's all the brightest parts, and then what am I left with is me on the other side, which is, seemingly all the dark parts. So it definitely leads to some personality crisis.
However,
And
I think it's Sapphire that's just a representation of the bright parts of you.
yeah, yeah, no, that's good. I'm glad you say that too, because I'm trying to shift that mindset. So thank you.
Don't ever put yourself down because you are pretty much a beacon of hope to a lot of us because you are very kind and nice. What people would expect from a V idol.
Oh, you're making me cry. I can feel the tears.
And now I'm feeling
No,
bad.
no, I don't feel bad. It's happy tears. Oh my gosh.
Blame my
Oh.
guilty conscience. Like,
Oh, thank you so much. That really means a lot to me.
like the Kaiba part of me is actually my more brazen side, hard-headed, willing, my willpower, while the rest of me is just like, I don't want to do anything. I am scared as heck.
Yeah, see, so you get it. You understand the split, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to do a video on this too because I think it's not talked about. And I've had people ask too, like, how do I be myself or like a persona or a character versus what? And it's not something that's talked about very much, so
Well, if
it
you
needs to be
need
talked
help,
about.
if you need help with that, feel free to reach out to me, because you are a nice person, and you're one that I'm grateful that exists.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. No you, no you. Thank you.
Oh, I just want to give you a bunch of cotton candy.
Yes. No, I'm crying right now. I'm gonna make the cotton candy like fizzle up into nothing. Don't give me cotton candy.
Yeah, okay, I'll just give you the Twix then.
Yes, Twix. Cool. Let's go.
Yeah, you were actually one of the lights when it came to me joining a VTube, because I was curious about it for a long time, and it was like last month I was like, you know what, maybe I should try it. I looked up videos on it. That's where I found you, found Argama.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And again, I'm just so happy that both of us could push you in this direction to, pursue being a VTuber and being a virtual character because I just think this whole thing, it's not even a trend. Like people call it a trend, but it's not. I think VTubers are here to stay and I'm so happy you're joining us because it's a whole loving culture.
Well, I'm more of a V streamer because I mainly use my YouTube as an archive.
Yeah, and that's okay because I still consider you a VTuber and people are like, "Oh, V streamer, VTuber," but I think it's all I don't know. I guess you could just categorize it under like virtual character then if
Yeah,
you're trying to
whatever. Well, I liked it because you know how because my freaking avatar is different from the real me. Like it's supposed to be kind of
yeah.
green haired, wears a white suit. That's not Colonel
Yeah.
Sanders stolen from,
Yeah. Absolutely.
and always had the pixel shades.
Yes, the pixel shades. It feels powerful, doesn't it?
Gives me even more self confidence that I don't really have.
That's right. That's why I always slap them on every once in a while for the days I'm feeling slightly weak.
The funny thing is, the ones that I copied, freaking the white parts are actually transparent.
No.
And I decided to leave them that way when I put them on my avatar. So people can
Yeah,
see
I
my
mean,
eyes every now and then.
that's funny. That makes it better. It's more comedic then.
Yeah, and the fact I boomer a lot's kind of part of my character.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was mainly curious of that stuff about you, like what your avatar was based on, the theme. Which
Yeah,
I
those
think
are
we
all
should
good
just stick with the
questions.
cotton candy teacher theme when you're yourself when you're in this one, your other one be the strong, independent character who
Oh, wait,
helps
what do you
everyone.
mean?
Strong, independent, but willing to help everyone because she's just naturally kind.
Oh, you're right. Thank you.
Though I'm wondering, did you ever make a 3D version of that model?
Um, well, okay, so initially that's what I wanted this model to be, but I didn't really have the skills quite yet because I mean, I guess maybe I do have the skills, but I haven't gotten around too much to upgrading my avatar, my 3D model at least, just because of my content growing so fast. I've been mostly focused on the maintenance side of things and pushing out content rather than making updates. And I have so many plans for upgrades and updates because my ideal vision of who Sapphire is supposed to be is that magical girl transformation, 2D side, but my 3D model just isn't there yet. But now it's really conflicting because I think people have gotten really latched to the 3D version of Sapphire, which is not ideally, my final version of her, my final vision of her. And now again, I'm caught in a world in between where there's so many versions of her design and who she is that I don't know which one to stick with or what people will be happy with.
Well, I think whichever one you choose in the end, everybody will be happy with.
Yeah, you're just saying that. You're just being nice to me. We don't know if this
That's
is
just my
true.
honest opinion, as someone who's a fan of yours.
Yeah,
Is
you're
that
good.
because come on, people were still supportive when you changed to the elf that last stream.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right. And it's one thing I noticed about YouTube over Twitch, because this week was my first YouTube stream, because I usually stream on Twitch, and everybody in the YouTube community is so kind and so supportive. Like you guys are just always say the nicest things to me, and you're right. They're supportive, so you might be right about that. But now I guess I gotta come to a decision about what my final design is gonna be and why. And maybe there is no final design, because we're always evolving and transforming, and I just have to accept the never-ending growth and process.
Yeah, heck, I'm always tweaking my avatar any chance I can think of an idea.
Yeah.
What I hate is that coat thing, because there's sometimes it clips through and you see the skin underneath. So I had to put like a
Yeah.
white t-shirt underneath it to try to
Yeah.
make up for that. Any
No, yeah, and that's again problem solving. That's really smart that you thought of that.
Okay, we are running out of time, so I got one last question.
Yeah.
When is you when is your Twitter link gonna actually be to a Twitter account?
Wait, oh, is my Twitter link still broken?
Yeah, it says this person doesn't
No!
exist.
No. Okay, because actually, okay, the reason why that happened is because I was gonna change off because my Twitter link is I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. It's my real name. Shh. Okay. My
Okay,
Twitter link
when you
is my
finally change your at, you can link it again. I just was
Yeah,
curious.
yeah, I want to change it, but since I had applied for Hollow Live multiple times, I have to put my Twitter link on the form. And I was working on branding stuff right after I applied the first time, and I changed my name to Sapphire, my at Sapphire VT, because somebody else took Sapphire, and so I had to go like VTuber mode, VT, Sapphire VT. But I switched it to that, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna be on my forum, and they're gonna click on it, and it's gonna bring them into Twitter, and there's not gonna be a page because they switched. So I gotta switch back, and then
Well, you could always
I
make
was gonna
another
switch it.
account. You can get a free number to do it with when you get Google Voice.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's a good point. I could do that as well. And then I was gonna change it again to Sapphire VT, and then the same thing happened because I applied for Hollow Live again, and I was like, no, it happened again, and I have to change back. So I'm just waiting, I guess, to
Well,
not
you could
change
always
it.
make a separate one so you still have your personal with your real name.
I don't need a personal account. This is me.
Yeah, well, technically I have two accounts, so one of them was meant for jokes and stuff. Anyway,
Yeah,
we are hitting the 59-minute mark, so I'm gonna have to actually end the interview. Sorry.
sure. No, you're good. Thank you. This was a lot of fun, and all the questions were really good and insightful, and it helped me think more about, the direction I want to take. So thank you for
Alright.
all the questions, and
The only
also,
bad side
yeah, go
effect is
ahead.
that I want to be able to talk to you again, because you're just so freaking awesome.
Thank you. That's so kind of you.
Alright, now, it's time to end this. This has been Mario Kaiba,
Oh, then this has been Syafire.
and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.
Bye-bye.